Let me play around a little bit. You all come in, hit that like and share button. Let's get started. On all platforms, hit the thumbs up. Also, whether you are watching this live or on the replay, drop your city and state. Where are you representing? Let me know, what are you representing? Drop your city and state in the comment section. Let's get started. I'm doing this 11/11 because of the 111th year anniversary of the Titanic. I'm also doing this, right, because I want to let people know the signs of the times, what times we are in. And just before I decided to hit the go live button on purpose and for purpose, I received this message in my email. It says, guess what? The biggest regret people have on their deathbed is not having the guts to live the life they truly desire. Most settle for what others expect of them. It's like wearing a straight jacket every day. The problem is everyone has an opinion about your dreams. They try to hold you back by saying things like, don't think too big. That's a crazy idea that will never work. In fact, never tell your big idea to small minded people, right? Or they may say things like, be practical and don't let your imagination run wild. Basically, might as well be shouting, stop dreaming, stop believing big again, just accept things as they are. Some of these people care about you and want to shield you from disappointment. But as Oprah Winfrey say, a lot of times what it really is they are telling you, you are reflecting something back to me that I do not recognize. You are showing me that through this obstacle, through this environment, um, that you know what, you can overcome, and you are reflecting back something to me that I don't recognize. And that's what Oprah, that's her way of putting it into words. That's her terminology about it. And so, but guess what? The perfect time to do is right now, to do it, to step out, right? Other people are just scared to pursue their own dreams and feel threatened by your ambition. Let me say that again. Other people that may be surrounding you. That's why one of my favorite poems is by Marianne Williamson's Our Deepest Fear, Williamson, right? Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness. You have to stop and pause on that one. It is your light, not your darkness, that most frightens you, because most people are comfortable in their dark times. They're comfortable in poverty. They're comfortable being comfortable. They are comfortable living paycheck to paycheck, for example. Let me pause right there. I think I'm getting a streaming. Okay, this I was waiting on that feedback to come up. Hello, the grind don't stop. Tell me what city or state that you are representing, and that's okay if that's where people comfort level is. However, I am live streaming for the people that want success. I am live streaming to the people that not only want success, right, but they are the action takers that's going to implement success. They're just not here to learn, to get information. They are here to learn for implementation, right? So the perfect time to do that is right now. Why now? Other than it's the biggest wealth transfer that this generation has ever experienced. I really need to break down the greatest wealth transfers in history. But tonight I'm going to stick with 11/11. So we have so many. This is a numerology night, but I am not here. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you up front to discuss with you when your birthday is and what your life path number is. My thing is, all of those things are not important. Your birthday, your life path number, if you just want knowledge to want knowledge. If you are not going to use and utilize those numbers to take action. It does not matter if you was born on 11/11 at 11:11 p.m. or 11:11 a.m. Does not matter, because the November month is not the 11th month anyway. October, octopus, octagon is the 8th month. November is the 9th month. That's the true 9/11, right? And then you have December, the 10th month, and Desai, right, in Latin. And then you have the 11th month in January. So a lot of people, a lot of times they're off anyway because they go from the Gregorian calendar, from our American calendar anyway. So let's get into this. I'm at the 5 minute mark, right? Greetings, Queen. I am watching your Zoom. Well, hey, let's see. Can you do both? My words are very powerful. Daytona Beach. Patrice, where are you tuning in from? Are you still in San Diego? I've been watching Patrice. I might look a little dark. I've been doing more outside work in my yard. I am a yard lover. I'm a lover of nature. Um, and so I have definitely been doing it in my yard. So let's get to the meat and potatoes, as they would say. And you all like and share this video so more people can come in. I do want to share with this, if you all are in the IX Global Opportunity, they have drip license. That's the water irrigation license right now on sale at a discounted price for $750. This is where you get perpetual profits, continuity cash flow through crypto and commodities. So let me go ahead before I get into 11:11. You're going to love this live stream tonight. I promise you. How many of you all knew that April marked the 111th years ago anniversary of the sinking of the Titanic? I believe it was April the 15th to be exact. If you knew that, I want you to put in the comments. Knew that, right? KNEW. If you knew that, and if you didn't know, put didn't know, right? If you knew that, I want you to put in the comments. Knew that. If you did not know, put did not know. So why is that important? I'm gonna let you know. Also, the submarine, right? The submarine issue or crash predicted by the Simpsons in 2006 um, happened this year as predicted, exactly the 111th year. So one of my favorite YouTubes that break down numerology sometimes in gematria. I also been telling you all that 23, if you are a sports fan, if you're not sports fan, right? Michael Jordan is usually known all over the world, whether you like the NBA or like sports or not. He's a global icon, a global name. Michael Jordan, considered by many to be the greatest basketball player of all times. I don't get into comparison about that because I know that everything is set up. It is, set up that way. So we're gonna do the Titanic deception. Let's see, yeah, the gematria breakdown, and I'm going to share one of my favorite YouTubers when they breaking down gematria, and I sometimes I get into numerology, but I focus more on the biblical aspect of it. So I'm going to let you all see his live stream, right? And then I'm going to break down the biblical, but I first got to get more thumbs up, right? I'm not taking out my time for like what three thumbs up. Okay, Patrice, safe travels. You all hit the thumbs up button, right? Also, what's going on in the economy is with the banking system right now. Also, behind the scenes conversation with people that work for firsthand with the banks and have firsthand knowledge. Banks will lose 5.51 billion, right? Dollars, and hard landing contingency. This is from the Fed. This is from JP Morgan and Chase. Banks will lose 541 billion in hard landing. I'm telling you, I've had conversation with people that work with the banks and telling me that people are getting laid off, that AI and artificial intelligence are replacing jobs, that people are now being asked to work from home, and that the things that they used to do face to face with customers, artificial intelligence and technology, right? So I only want serious people who want to be successful, right? Not just testing the waters, to text CC so you can invest and grow your money through artificial intelligence, through cryptocurrencies, through commodities. All of that is different. Some of these cryptos are made for the banking system. Some of them are made for robots. Some of these cryptocurrencies are made for commodities like Bitcoin and Ethereum. And all of them have different functions, right? The crypto commodities, again, where you want perpetual profits. This is something that you put your money in, you buy one time the software license that will make you a miner, like Bitcoin miners, and you will get rewarded daily, 365 days. And you people, this is what I want you to understand. This is what I want you to realize wholeheartedly, is that getting in on these cryptos, as they are pennies on the dollars and 0.000 and decimal points. In some cases, you have so much potential, massive upside. It is so much when you can get in on that entry level. Imagine getting in Bitcoin when it was under a penny, when it was 1 penny, when it was $1, when it was $12. So people, the banking system is collapsing. The Federal Reserve said Thursday the banks are well capitalized to endure a severe recession, but they still stand at losing $541 billion, right? Wow. Including a 40% drop in real estate prices, and widespread office vacancy. So there's commercial real estate. The 541 billion in total projected losses includes over 100 billion in losses from commercial real estates and residential mortgages. Noting that the loss will represent a 2 to 3% point decline in total capital. Bank of America will lose 54 billion. Capital One will lose 56 billion with a B, and JP Morgan and Chase will lose 72.9 billion. But these banks are already in crypto. JP Morgan and Chase, Bank of America, Capital One, right? They've already put their cash in crypto. All together, people, I've been telling, and let me show you all this so you can see it for yourself in black and white. All together. Yeah, Tina said, wow. Huh? Oh, good night. I love you. Oh, did you? Yeah. Okay, well, thank you. I won't charge you rent this month. Right. Never paid rent in her life. I'm gonna start charging you rent. You could. Oh, that's my daughter. You are. Let me show it to you in black and white. Yeah, Tina, make sure Facebook people like and share the video. People on Facebook. Oh, I got an announcement too. I hit level 3, my Facebook page. Whatever that means, I can do some other stuff on Facebook. Level 3 tonight on my professional dashboard. So you all say congratulations. Again, whether you're watching this live or on the replay. So altogether, the top 23 banks, you see my arrow point at the number 23, will lose more than 424 billion in loans. That means banks are about to go bankrupt. People cannot repay their mortgages, their loans. I don't even care if it takes 2 or 3 years for you to get out of your home on foreclosure. The big picture is the banks are not getting cash flow. That's when people cannot repay their mortgage loan, cannot make their vehicle payments, even if it takes you 2 to 3 years to get out of foreclosure. The banks are not receiving cash flow. So the top 23 banks will lose more than 420 billion in loans. Fed regulators failed to spot a major bank run earlier this year when Silicon Valley SVB went under the basic interest rate exposure risk. Now, so this is why I made a post on my Facebook page today that the 83% of millionaires earn about $100,000 a year. And most people were baffled. They was like, huh? What? Queen? I don't understand that. Because they pay themselves. They pay themselves. They are very cash rich and cash poor and asset rich. Thank you all for the digital love. 83% of millionaires are on record as earning. And people are like, huh? Explain. You all just gonna have to follow me more. I'm not gonna spoon feed people. I'm not gonna spoon feed. Explain it. Get it. So let me show you all this. Thank you. Look at Patrice coming in with the 1111. I'm looking at my skin. See how my skin tone is getting a little dark. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I got to go out in the sun and I got to do my earth thing. And I have to get my vitamin D from the sun and the sun rays and do my earth thing and become one. And there's 11 and 8 new followers in the last 28 days. I have 20,392 followers. Post reached 245,991. Post engagement 72,000 and earn achievement. So it's a lot of, and thank you, Patrice. Thank you, love. I'm trying to see where did it show the level 3 status reach. But yeah, yeah. So let's get into. I know you already. Queen, come on, Queen. We ready. We ready. We ready for the 1111. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Also text CC again. All right. Only said the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I got you. I got you. The darker the flesh, the deeper the roots. Tell them. The Titanic. You all. The higher power, God, has been great. Not good. Come on, laptop. My laptop is some flashing in and out to me. God is great all the time and all the time. God is great. So the sinking of the Titanic 111 years ago happened. Did enormous pressure burst the Titanic's watertight compartments? Did the Titanic have enough lifeboats to save all? The sinking of the Titanic may occur 111 years. So you all put 111 in the comment section. Whether you're watching this live or on the replay, 111. I'm going to give you all some new 111 revelation tonight. Oh, we about to go into this. We're about to go into this for people say I've been saying 111 or 1111, right? I'm going to give you some new stuff tonight. So you're in the right place at the right time. But the story of the ship is far from forgotten. Scientific expeditions exploring the ship's museum exhibits of recovered artifacts, and of course the Hollywood blockbuster, the same name have led to the memory of the Titanic staying strong in modern times. So let's watch again one of my favorite gematria YouTubers, Call Me Kinfolk, as he break it down. We're gonna watch 2 or 3 minutes of his clip, right? Yeah, 2 or 3 minutes of his clip. And Patrice again, love, thank you for the 1111. Let me get my and thank you. I have some people text me today also saying that they order super chat. And I also had some people saying that they order my Crypto Chris Profits book. You can go on Amazon and get this book as well, right? And Patrice, to you, since giving is your first step in receiving, your giving makes you rich, right? You are rich, well, and happy in every phase of your life, and divine order is working in your life for you and through you. The divine power is working in your life for you and through you right now. So you can find Crypto Chris Profits on Amazon. So thank you all in advance for your support of purchasing that book. It's a children's or a child's illustration book, but it's written more in adult terms or terminology and language. So I really will. But hey, get it for your children. They are old enough to understand it. Read it to them, recite it to them, and teach them money lessons, how to manage, make, and multiply that money at an early age. So let's get into this. Let's dive deep. Let's go, people. Hit that thumbs up.
Titanic, mark of beast also equals 111, as it's been 111 years since the sinking of the Titanic, which also equals 111 in reverse full reduction by the numbers. So now we see why it happened on this day. This is the day that the mission began. It was all for a bigger scheme, and we're going to get to it in a second, right? But come on. Right? So we got this 111. So it's been 111 years since the sinking of the Titanic, which equals 111. The five people that was on that submarine that ended up passing away, 5 people equals 111 as well. 5 people equals 111 as well. And what's so crazy about that? Taking all 5 of their names and adding it up. All 5 of the passengers, adding their name up, and we get 111. Once again, numerology rules, dropping at zeros have no value in numerology. So even adding up the 5 people names, we get 111. Man, come on, man. What's really going on, man? But come on. Right? Because even if we talk about the movie Titanic, which was first released in Tokyo on November 1st, 11/1. Even the phrase sink ship equals 111. And what's so crazy about this movie Titanic, man? So boom, like I said, man, November 11th, even his birthday was on November 11th. Even if -1, even the phrase sink ship equals 111. And what's so crazy about this movie Titanic, man? So boom, like I said, man, November.
I went back to this because I saw this as he was breaking it down and talking about it. Even his age, right? Even the age is 11 at 48, right? Born in 1974. Born in 1974. The age is 11 equals 8 plus 4 equals 11. So he didn't bring it out. But I just wanted to bring it out that this year, that's the age as of this year. Also, California, Los Angeles, a lot of economic things is about to shake and shiver. As 11/11, the Twin Towers and 9/11, starting, Silicon Valley and all of that. That's why the first big crash happened in Silicon Valley with the banking system. It's New York also equals 11/11 in gematria. Let me pull up my gematria calculator. New York City. So you're going to see California and New York first, where this 11/11 is going to start. 11/11, 9/11. It also equals a wealth transfer and chaos and confusion simultaneously at the same time, right? It represents a wealth transfer and chaos and confusion simultaneously at the same time. Now, I'm going to show you all, I'm going to pull out the gematria screen in a few minutes to break down, California and the New York. But just hold tight. This is going to be, again, a deeper penetration or revelation of 11/11 than I've ever did a public live stream on. And again, this is just to awaken people of what's going to be ahead. John 11:11 states, Lazarus is asleep. This is Jesus' words. But I am here. I'm here to wake him up. Awaken. Wake up. Right? Wake up and see and realize what's going on. Because people, July 30th, the Fed coin, the technology to implement these banks, to move the central bank's digital currency, the CBDCs, will kick in a couple in July, at the end of July, right?
11th, even his birthday was on November 11th. Even if we take Leonardo DiCaprio, the star of the Titanic, if we take his birthday to the day that the five passengers in the Titanic submarine were pronounced dead, June 22nd, his birthday was 223 days before that. When we know that the number 223 is the number of skull and crossbones, when skull and crossbones equals 223 in the ordinal cipher. Skull and bones is also referred to as order 322, the reflection of 223. This year also marks the 322nd anniversary of Yale University, home of Skull and Bones. So that's why all this year we've been seeing nothing but Skull and Bones rituals, right? Well, come on. Because if we include somebody else from the Titanic movie, the Titanic director even put his 2 cents in, or should I say his 3 cents, right? Because it says James Cameron has visited the Titanic wreckage 33 times, right? And he just happens to come out and say that when even James and his last name Cameron equals 33 as well. So it's nothing but a big game that they're playing. It's nothing but a big game. Even the day that he was born, August 16th, left 137 days left in the year, when 137 is the 33rd prime number. Even breaking down his date numerology, August 16th in the year 54, we get 33. So it makes sense as to why the Simpsons, even the Simpsons, showed this in their cartoon years ago. Even the Simpsons, once again, how they always do, planned programming. I don't call it predictive because they're not predicting shit. A prediction is a high educated guess. What these people are doing, they're telling you what's going to happen before it happens. So it's not a prediction. Even Simpson equals 33, right? And it said that the Simpsons creator, Matt Groening, is a 33rd degree Freemason. And this is how he's able to tell y'all all the time what's going to happen in the future, when they said it a long time ago. This is them wiping their hands with the karma. Well, we told you it was going to happen. We told you we was finna do it, and we still did it. That's their law. That's their law of karma, the universal law of karma. They have to tell you what they do before they do it.
So we're gonna start right there. That's the universal law of karma. They have to tell you what they're going to do before they do it, and people, it really do. The writing is on the wall, or you can call it hidden in plain sight. And yeah, I say wow too. I say wow. I say it backwards, and then I say wow, and then I say it upside down and backwards, and I say, "Mom, wow." Because you know what I wow about though? That I can show people exactly this is going on, and they do nothing but say wow. Nothing against you, Tina. I'm not talking about you. I always show people and break this down, the wealth transfer. People like call me kinfolk will show people a wealth transfer is coming, right? Prepare your provisions, as Joshua, right? Joshua 1 and 11 says, I come before people and say, prepare your provisions, because this is a wealth transfer. Pass through the midst of the camp and command the people, Joshua 1 and 11, to prepare your provisions. For within 3 days, we see the number 3 again, as the Simpsons also showed a double 33. 3 times 11 is 33. 11 is a master number. 3 days you will pass over Jordan and take in the possession of the land that your Lord, your God is giving you to possess. But this is the thing. Most people think a possession is something that just fall into their laps, that they don't have to position themselves for prosperity. And that's the most deceiving mindset that a person can have. So let me break down 11:11 my way. We know John 1:11 says, let me make sure I don't get my scriptures confused, right? In the beginning, no, there's Genesis 1:11, but in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, right? And the Word was with God, right? In the beginning, John 1, let me make sure I'm saying the quote that right, because I'm getting Genesis 1:11. Okay, well, that one said he came to his own, but Genesis John 1 chapter 1, verses 1 through 11 said that the word became flesh, right? Let me show this out to you so I don't get my scriptures in 1:11 confused. The word became flesh. Most people have no idea what that means, that your words, people, can manifest physical things. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. The words, your words will become matter. It becomes flesh, it becomes physical things. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, right? Genesis 1:1 goes, in the beginning. Genesis 1:1, in the beginning. We see John 1:1, Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created physical things, heavens with the S, heavens with the S, and the earth. More than one heavens noted, right? So 1:11 is a number of creation. How did God create all throughout Genesis? It was things said and things began to be seen as a result of saying. Your words create physical things because you have to speak to the biggest matter that you have, which is your mind. And when you get your mind right, you can get your matter right. You can start manifesting into physical. John 1:11, the word become flesh. You have to speak in your flesh, which is oftentimes your mind and your mindset. So we got two beginnings, right? And it says he was with God. He was with God in the beginning. He was with God in the beginning. And through all things, all him was made. And without him, nothing was made. So in the beginning was the word. What are you saying to yourself on a daily basis to see success so that you can get the courage enough to take action? Faith without works are dead. So let's go deeper into 11:11. 11 is the number of transition. It is often said that the 11th hour comes right before the start of a new day. In fact, the story of Cinderella tells us about the 11th hour and that the clock resets itself at midnight. At midnight, everything returns back to normal. That 11th hour is your dream state hour. This way, Dick Gregory taught it this way, that 90 minutes after the sun sets, the universe does a flip flop, right? And so, okay, let me make sure. Give me a second. I think I'm getting some internet. My internet's slowing up. Okay. All right. So Dick Gregory explained it this way: 90 minutes after the sun sets, whatever time the sun sets in your region, the earth does a flip flop. And up to midnight, you get this special gift from God, which I'm not getting tonight because I'm not asleep. But if you are asleep, and after midnight, that's your time. That's your transitional time. That was Dick Gregory. So 11 comes right before the start of a new day, right? The radiation belt in the earth does a flip flop, according to Dick Gregory. He said you cannot go to a rich person's house after 8 o'clock and expect to hold a conversation because they are in bed, they are asleep, receiving that download. right? And then Deuteronomy 1 and 11 coincides with Joshua 1 and 11 about land possession. But the land you are crossing, and notice both of them says you are crossing over or you have to take possession. People, these are action words. These are what we call in school verbs. So you are crossing, you are doing something action oriented, Deuteronomy 11:11, to take possession. Then say you sit down and take possession. Then say you sit by the mailbox to take possession. You cross, you do something action oriented to take possession of of this land of mountains and valleys that drinks rain from heaven. This is why I've been telling you all about drip, this rainwater. I'm drinking my mountain valley spring water. Um, it is a reason, people, why when you are on the beach and you're getting the sun and you're earthing by walking in the sand, and while you are in the waters, that you are your most spiritual self, right? I won't even get into the vibration of the waters and all of that. But God also, Deuteronomy 11 said, God's promised you that when you finally made it to the promised land, that you will transition into a season. 11 again is a transition number, is the number of transition, and that you will transition into a season in which you will under God's continual blessing from the beginning of the year to the end. So 11 is a very interesting number to study in the Bible, a very interesting number to study in the Bible. Um, when you look at 11 as a symbol of transition, even Genesis 11, the Tower of Babel, a transition came. They were seeking to get on another frequency. Cryptocurrency is nothing but a different frequency of energy and vibration, where it's digital money. It is like faith described in the Bible. It's not to the visible, but you can see it in the invisible. It's like the frequency described of the Bible of the Holy Spirit. It is a new era, a new transition. In fact, they said we have not even heard of a such thing as the Holy Ghost. I get people tell me I haven't even heard of a such thing as a frequency called crypto. Well, now you're hearing. Now you're hearing, right? And so 11 is associated with revelation that will help transition you into something new and overdue. Revelation that will help transition you. The first mention of 11 in the Bible is in Genesis. And guess what? It's 32 and 22. We see the 3 2 2 2s. When Jacob take his wives and 11 sons on a journey and return land again. 11:11 is such associated with land too in the Bible. The land of his inheritance. He originally left because his brother Esau was angry that Jacob had stolen his birthright. So Jacob began running from his destiny because of fear. What a lot of people do. I talked about that when I opened up the live stream. So on the night mentioned in verse 22, which is the number 11 doubled, an angel visited Jacob. 11 is, again, transition number. It is revelation as well. An angel visited Jacob. They wrestled until dawn. Jacob received the revelation. People, when Jacob wrestled with this angel, he called this place pineal. This is where we get our pineal gland, your spiritual eye, your revelation. And his name was changed to Israel. It's a change. 11 is a change is coming. It's a transition coming. And his destiny, he was able to transition into his destiny with more clarity and boldness. The 11th son, Jacob's wife Rachel, had just given birth to the 11th son, and Joseph grew up as a prophetic dream interpreter. In Genesis 30 and 22, Rachel conceived Joseph. Again, you see the 11 times 2 equals 22. You see the 22 in that again. Genesis 32 and 22, Genesis 30 and 22. Then we go into Genesis 31 and 11. You see the three ones. And, the three is ushering in this repetitiveness. The Trinity I've taught many times. The sayings that three times is a charms, or three little pigs, or all of these rhymes and riddles and numbers of threes, right? Three strikes, you're out. Threes, warning signs that comes in threes. And so Genesis 30 and 22, Rachel conceived Joseph. Again, 11 times 2 is 22. And then in Genesis 31 and 11, Jacob is visited again, revelation by an angel, right? Revelation to Joseph's main gift was transition into Israel, into a new season of blessing during the biggest economic downturns on earth. You all, this is 11:11. This is when I'm live streaming. I'm showing those who want to take action, who want to be a part of it, that this is going to be one of the biggest economic downturns on this earth, but you can still transition if you position yourself for prosperity through this prosperity wave that's coming through cryptocurrency in the biggest economic downtime. And I tell people all the time, either you're going to be a part of the prosperity wave or the poverty wave. The choice is yours, because not making a decision is a decision. Doing nothing is a decision. Inaction is an action. And so Jacob uses revelation to transition out of being robbed and into major prosperity and into deeper maturity. Some people are going to rob themselves out of major prosperity, and that decision is yours. So Rachel was pregnant with Joseph. It was Joseph who carried his father's prophetic gifting for more, or at a bigger magnitude than his brothers. So Genesis 35 and 11, also God speaks to Israel, Jacob, prior to Rachel dying during the birth of the 12th son. 12th is the number of government, right? Jesus' 12 disciples that mentioned. Let me see if I have something on number 12 written down. But 12 is the number of government as well. And so during this was a time of transition, losing a loved one, and revelation. Jacob will continue to be fruitful and multiply, right? The number 11 again happens during transition, during revelation. It is also a representation of leadership and spiritual inheritance. This is from Esau to Jacob, right? How to gain wealth and expand the kingdom of God on earth. I made a post on my Facebook page today. If money was so evil, the devil would double your salary. Let me repeat that. If money was so evil, the devil would double your salary. The devil would double your finances. The devil would give you more of it. And so both transition and prosperity is the representation of the number 11. In Luke 11:11, Jesus releases a new revelation that the Father is not mean or judgmental as portrayed in the Old Testament. This is an example of transitional revelation. 11:11 is a representation of transitional revelation. Even the Tower of Babel, Genesis 11, right? Um, the gods, that's plural, right? The gods, that's plural, came down because the people were on a different frequency. They were building another frequency and caused chaos and confusion. The gods came down. For some reason, I cannot post in my comments. Give me a second. Let me see what's going on. All right. All right. There we go. 1111 is transitional revelation. Now, let me show you again the Twin Towers, the $500 billion. I've also been talking to you all over and over again about crypto commodities. Um, they're talking about commodities globally for a reason. In fact, beginning July 1st, OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Goods, will cut another million. So we see gas prices that's really just some people say gas prices is getting cheaper. No, it's just taking a dip from its all-time high. There's a difference. Gas type is not getting cheaper. It's not low. It's taking a dip from its all-time high. That's it. So global demand for oil will remain. This is why I've been telling you all about these crypto commodities that's backed by crude oil as well, because you want cryptos that are not made up, but they are actually backed up by commodities. That's actually backed by real world tangible commodities, because only the cryptos that will have utilities, that will have usage, will pump in this next bull run. And again, 2023, I think I got away from that. But Michael Jordan, right? The great number 23, the greatest many believe of all time, right? We are in play for the Chicago Bulls. We are entering into the bull run year, right? Stock's been running since January for no reason. I don't really keep up with the stock market. I'm gonna be honest with you. The stock market is just too slow for me. Bitcoin and crypto gains just triple and double the stock market. But yeah. So guess what? 11.8 people. I'm gonna show you the number 8 as well in California and the number 11 in New York. You're gonna see the infinity, Revelations 1 and 11. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. That's the infinity within the 11 in the Bible, the 111. So according to New York, on September 11, this is where we see the number 4. Tons of gold and silver have been stored in underground vaults beneath 4 World Trade Center. 4 represents physical creation in the earth realm, right? People, the reason why you need to know these numbers, because they are hidden secrets of what's going on. Numbers solve problems. That's why you take math in school. They teach you problem solving through numbers. Daniel 7:3 discusses 4 earthly kingdoms. There are 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, fall. 4 directions, and there's also the acronym for news: north, east, west, and south. 4 stages of leadership. You have local experts, area leaders, heroes from afar, and we're going into 2024. Kobe Bryant, right? Living legends. 4 representations of earth, dirt, air, water. Air, wind, fire, and water, right? Or earth, wind, and fire, 4 elements of the earth. 4 is physical creation. 4D, when you see through 4D world, you see through the world of wonders. You see through limitations and into plenty, as we're also talking about 1111. So 4 World Trade Centers collapsed September 11, Septor, representation of the number September, Septor, the number 7. 7 means divine transition. On the 7th day, Jesus rest. That word rest means to bankrupt and to reset. That's why bankruptcy stays on your credit report for 7 years, right? That's why there's law. So 11.8 tons of gold and 935.7 tons of silver People, when the vaults were locked, September 10th, the gold was worth 200 and gold is worth 2,000 now, but $272.30 per ounce. That's 103,211. No, I'm sorry. 103,211,503,000. By September 21st, its value soared 7.6%. And I'm going to enlarge this as much as I can so you all can see. Do you see the three ones in this? By September the 21st, from September the 10th. And some people think this is a game. That's 111 million from 103,000. And I got some people still texting me, CC, and playing around. No, we don't. Only serious people contact me because we're about to go through a food shortage as well. And it's cryptocurrency that's backed by high yielding agriculture. So you can afford. See, it's no longer going to be cheap food anymore. No more cheap tunas, no more spam, no more of those, whatever those little, what they call those little sausage dogs. That stuff is going to be triple and double prices. So if your money is not growing to where we are going to outpace inflation, you're going to be pushed down more in the poverty class where you're not going to be able to afford to put food on the table. And it's just that serious for you, for your family, for your loved ones. In Kansas is a wheat shortage. In Texas, over 18,000 cattle were destroyed. They're saying now it's a corn shortage, that corn is used not only for fuel, but to feed cattle. A corn shortage right now. Brazil, they're having cattle to die. They're saying this heat wave is this is harvest season for crop. And they say the heat wave is destroying crops. And some people think it's a game. People 401ks is study dwindling down to 201ks. And they're not taking the necessary action steps to protect them or their family. The signs are all around us. In fact, let me show you all this. This was a video. I used to show this video a lot. I don't show it that much. Let me see. Can I find it? I think this is it. Maybe. Let's see.
Hey, I was thinking about going back to school to get my master's.
I just saw something that said you could do it in a year for like 11K.
Order 11? Yes, here at 11.
1111 Masters Boulevard, please.
It's gonna be 11 even, buddy.
Really?
The crews are all around us.
Some things are too obvious to be a coincidence.
That was the University of Phoenix commercial. The clues are all around us. Some things are too obvious to be a coincidence. Last thing is I'm drinking my water and my voice is getting a little parched. But for those who are positioned and plan, aren't you glad that you have revelation, that you are transitioning, that you're getting out of cash? I think I don't know. I'm so excited about this live stream when I talk about numbers in 1111. But yes, I posted on my Facebook that millionaires earn about 100K a year. And some people were like, explain, how is that? Because they are cash poor and asset rich. They don't keep cash like that. They are cash poor and asset rich. So you have the double 88 in California, right? Showing the double 88, right? The double transitioning, the beginning and the end. People, I've said this all the time. We are going back to the future. The reverse cardinal of the word California equals 11, 8 plus 3. You know what? I just realized something. I think I'm trying to think. All right. 6 plus 5 is 11. I'm not gonna say that. And then a reduction is 5 plus 2 is 7. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. I was wrong on Leonardo on his age, the 8 plus 4, Leonardo DiCaprio. So I know I'm gonna get some comments. That's 12, not 11. So my bad on that one. My bad on that one. If you just not coming in the live stream, you probably missed me saying that. But you have New York. The ordinal is 111. The double 33, just like in The Simpsons, right? 9 plus 3 is 12. The reduction is 12. And then the 8 plus 7, 15. So, but the ordinal of New York equals 111. So you're going to see some big changes happen with those primary states first. Also, the number 1 in Genesis 1:1 in beginning, God created your creativeness is supposed to be also awakening. You're supposed to be awakening, like John 11:11. My friend Lazarus is sleeping, but I am here to awaken him or wake him up. That's all I have for you all, right? Again, if it's not backed up in the crypto world, it's probably made up. You want to get cryptocurrencies that are backed by real world utilities. Bitcoin, as of today, is at 30K. You want to get more crypto that has more upfront future potential. In other words, more bang for your buck. So this is why I like these crypto, or I love these crypto commodities. Bitcoin 30K. Sol is doing this thing, right? Sol is pumping today. Ether is pumping. Litecoin has a halving that's coming up as well. And I think I'm going to do a new book on the crypto commodities that I recommend for this season and this time frame. A lot of people are talking about ISO 22, but people, that's just a small part of this quantum financial system. It's just a small part. And as much as I believe in XRP and XLM and the other ISO coins, they could really act as a stable coin, because the government usually does not show his hand to people. Also, visit for tangible silver because of the shortage of silver and copper. There's a global shortage. Again, this is going to be a commodities war. Food, copper, silver, oil, aluminum, natural gas, petroleum gas. Those who have that in their possessions is going to not only be able to survive, but thrive in this economy. So visit. If my friend guy is watching this live stream, he sent me a text and he said, you know what, I think I better, get some gold and silver. I said, yes, get some gold and silver so you and I can start traveling the world. So you know who you are. Make sure you do that. I love this. And while you're on this website, my friend, get this for me too. This is a silver maple leaf. I don't want cash anymore. Give me silver. Limited mint. You see the double 88, 1,988. 2023, again, that's the bull run, enter into the bull run, the Chicago Bulls, the Jordan, and then also going into 2024. Also, Kobe Bryant was number 8 as well. I don't want to be mistaken on that. Living legends, right? People, this 2024 is the year to not only leave a legacy, but to live it. Kobe Bryant did not get ultra rich after his death, right? Even though in fact, he got richer, but he also lived his legacy as well. And that's what 24 will be, the living your legacy year. This April of next year, 2024, Bitcoin will have its 5th halving. And when that happens, after that, months after, all cryptos that have real use cases will rise with the great Bitcoin with the king of cryptos, when that happens, and the next bull run, the living your legacy will usher yourself in. But the thing is, most people are not accumulating enough cryptos right now to prepare for the bull run. You want to accumulate these cryptos right now, so when the bull run comes, you not purchasing at the all-time high. So do you have enough tokens for when the next crypto bull run comes around? It's not about getting quick profits today, but maybe in 3 to 5 years from now. 5 years ago, for example, if you would have put $4,139 into Ethereum and you left it untouched, that's the key. It will be worth more than $1.25 million today. So you have these tangible silver people, with the scarcity of crops and agriculture that's coming. You will be able to exchange commodities for commodities. So having silver, right? I'd rather have a $40 or $300 silver tokens for these times than trying to shave off a 2,000 ounce of gold. I'd rather exchange my silver for food that I got at $40 an ounce of gold. All of these are so beautiful. I have these that's being put in the vault, limited mint of 100,000. I give silver to people that I love and not cash. So you have this bar-shaped coin, limited mint of 50,000. So, go here. You got silver back, $14. Things like this that you can exchange for some food when this currency system resets and the switch is officially flipped to CBDC. Isn't this beautiful? $349, the figure 8. And you see the 333. So people, when you go to this website, not only do you get this at wholesale price, but you get fine art and silver money and fine art, right? This is what Jay-Z brought out in the Jay-Z 444 album simultaneously, all at one time. I hope you all enjoyed this live stream. And yes, for you leave the comments, I was wrong on Leo. I did my math wrong on that one. Leonardo DiCaprio's 48th birthday. But I was rolling. I was in that vibe. So let's read some of this. The random train derailment accidents too. I don't know about that, Nick. I don't know about the random train. Oh, yes. And Nick, thank you for bringing it out. Gold is mentioned exactly 8 times in the book of Genesis. Gold and the number 8 is also a wealth transfer, infinite. Right? Money is never lost, people. It is simply transferred. My question to you is, are you in the path of growth? The way to become rich and wealthier is to put your cash in the path of growth, right? And to just lock on and hold on. Because people, this is bigger. This is bigger than what most people know is coming. There were famines in the Bibles. There was famines in the Bible. So, some people say, well, they quote David and say, I never seen the righteous forsaken or his seed begging for bread. Well, David lived in a palace. He wouldn't see that. There were people that was slaves and people that were hungry, and Joseph set up for the recessions in the Bible. Yes, there were. Yes, there was. People that were not prepared for the recession suffered tremendously because they were not prepared. Why Joseph got richer. And what did Joseph have? What did Joseph get? Commodities. Right? Stack up. What's up, DJ Sir? What's up, DJ Sir? My skin. I look at my skin like I'm glowing or something. But anyway, I have something to glow about, right? I have something to glow about. So, yes. Hey, you are text CC. I'm looking for the people to help get these crypto commodities so you can have a richer future, not a poor one, right? And as the Bible says, get rich and add no sorrow with it. No sorrow with it. Thank you all for tuning in. I thoroughly enjoyed this live stream. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed to me on YouTube. You all have a great, great night and a very safe and happy 4th of July. And again, Patrice, thank you so much for the 1111. God bless you. God richly bless you. Let's see. Use the positive power of and good judgment in all of your financial affairs right now. Queen out.